What's up, Dragon Nation? I'm Rich with Dragon Nation Gaming. Welcome back to Stationeers. Last episode, we got most of the arc furnace set up. What we need to do in this episode is try to finish stuff so that way we can go ahead and get the arc furnace running. It's going to take a little bit of work, but I think we could do it by the end of this episode because I have some other alloys I need to make before the next storm, so we could go ahead and get the other solar panels. The heavy solar panels, so that way, yeah, those solar panels don't get destroyed. I went ahead and crafted up, I think, mostly everything that we're going to need. But let's go ahead and get this started. Alright, so first thing we need to do is we're going to need the storage for the gases. I think I have mostly everything that we need. But there's probably going to be a few things that I do have to build. And, okay. I wish it would only notify me when, like, one of the filters is down to, like, 50%. But every time one of the filters on my suit, these filters right here, go down about 10%, she notifies me. It's getting annoying. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to be using the portable tanks. So what we need is a connector so that way we can connect up the pipes to it. So I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and place it as far in this corner as possible and make sure that the piping goes to the left. I'll show you when I place it. Let's place it right there. So the piping is going to come out here to the left, so that way I have room for pipe to come in and then pipe to go out towards the ceiling so we can get the connection for the fuel. So I need to place 4 of these because we only need four of the gases that are in the game. We need volatile, we need oxygen, nitrogen, and CO2. Alright, so there's those 4 right there. Next thing we need to do is we need to go ahead and connect all the piping. At least just get everything started where I think it needs to go. Alright, so we're gonna do try here and do it on all 4 of them. There we go. And then I'm gonna need an elbow that will go up towards the ceiling. There we go. Oh, right there. And at some point what I want to do is we're going to put the tanks that need to be filled for like oxygen, propellant, and the fuel for a welder is going to be along a wall. It's going to be right here. I need to set up an automated system for that, which not sure yet how I'm going to do that, but I'll get it figured out. Alright, so I think this is as far as I need to go. Alright, so the next thing we need to do is as the gases come out of the furnace or out of the crusher, we need to filter them so that way we can separate each tank, so that way we can make sure we get the right gases. So we have these right here, which we create inside of the pipe bender. I think it was a pipe bender, wasn't it? Let me see. I think it was the pipe bender. Atmospherics, there it is. That takes iron, gold, and copper, which I still have plenty of. So this is the atmospherics. There's a few different things you could build with that. One is an air conditioner, filtration, which is what we're going to be using, electrolyzer, which takes what is it? Water? Yeah, it takes water and turns it into fuel, but it uses up a lot of power, so we're not going to be using that. The H2 combustor, I still haven't figured out what that's good for. So we're going to go to the filtration. We're going to connect it to this, that pipe, and each different oh, I screwed that one up. I think it's drill. Come here. I got this fly buzzing around my head that's distracting me right now. Alright, we'll put you, make sure it's filtration. There we go. And then you too. Filtration. There we go. Now we're getting it. Alright. Oh, no. Filtration. There we go. Now, there is one more filter because there's two other gases that I'm not going to need. That is, what is it? Pollutants and what was the other one? Nitrous oxide, I think it's called. Those are some gases that I'm not going to need, so we're going to build another filtration system to get rid of them. And then what we're going to do is, the way these filtration systems work is they have 3 access points. So the input is right here in the back. That gets filtered out, and the filtered gases go this way. The unfiltered gases, there's another access right there, go out this way, which we actually need to bring back through the system. So what I need to do is, these are the gases that we're going to be getting rid of, we don't need. So I am going to connect that to, there's a couple things I'm going to need to do this. Oh, come on. Get in there. Do I still have the walls? Yep, there they are. And then we need passive vent. So the wall is just so I can actually put support for the vent, so I could actually place it. So this is only temporary. I'll get rid of it here in a second. And then we'll put the passive vent right there. Now what that will do is it will just get rid of the nitrous oxide and the pollutant and just discharge it out in the atmosphere. And we'll get rid of the wall. At some point we're going to be building steel walls for that, because the composite walls just look a little bit better. Alright, now what we're going to need is a shit ton of piping. So pipe. And what I need to do is, there's a couple different ways I could do this. We're going to have a filter. Let's actually do a try this way. Or not a filter, but our pump that we were talking about is going to come right here. I think this should be enough room for what we still have to build. Actually, let's go up just one more. See? And then we're going to take the pump and place it right here. Make sure that it's pointing, nope, that's up. We need it pointing down. There we go. Make sure it's on, and then go ahead and put the volume up to 100%. Then what I need to do, I need some more insulated pipe. I just need to connect that end of the pipe, which we did in the last episode for the cooling, and connect it to this one. Alright, so there's a couple different ways that we could do this. One, we have the input, the filter goes into the storage, which is going to sit right on top of these connectors. And then the unfiltered will go through the next filtering system. So what we could do is, we could do it this way. And I'll show you why that try is there here in a second. Let me go the right way. No, that way. No, that way. And it could just go straight into the next system. But one thing I have noticed, so it goes in there, the filter will go that way, and then the unfiltered will come back around and go to that atmospheric, that filtration system. But one thing I've noticed is that some of the gases you're trying to capture do leak through the filter. So what I want to do is, I want to go ahead and make a main line, so that way the unfiltered gases can go back through to make sure we're capturing all the gases. So we're just going to close it off like that, make a main line that goes all the way across. So I have a few pipes that I need to connect. I'll also connect the that end of that piping to the top right here, and then we could go to the next step. Alright, so this is not going to be connected here for a second. Next thing I need to do at some point is connect all the cabling. So what I'll do is, I'll come down from each one of these, bring it back this way, and just connect to the cables here. Probably the best way to do it. I'll go ahead and get rid of this entire line right there. Probably better if I just have it loop around this way to connect to everything. But yeah, I'll do all the cabling and everything on my own. Next thing we need to do is, I need to go ahead and put down the storage. So what we're going to do is go to the portable gas tanks, then hold down the right mouse button to place them, then take the wrench, and there we go. Now they do have a gauge up on the top so you can tell what pressure they're at, which is going to be very useful later on because, as you may have noticed, we do not have data connection to these. So we can't do a display that tells us the pressure. So we're going to have to read the gauges until we build something bigger. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so the next thing I need to figure out is I want all of this connected in a way to where it will be extremely simple to get the gases where I need to go. Alright, so on this side of the room we have fuel, which is going to be the furnace. So over on this side we need also the mixture of oxygen and nitrogen to make air for the base. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the oxygen in the second one, which is right there. Yeah, I think that should work. We're going to do volatile, oxygen, nitrogen, and then CO2. Yeah. Alright, we need to turn these on. I completely forgot about that. Alright, so we can't run these until I get the power set up. Also need to go ahead and get that connected. So what I think I'll do is, yeah, I don't have enough cable. I completely forgot about that. I'll just go ahead and run this one down. And that should merge with the cables that I need for this filter. So just like this. And then I'll bring it back that way. So yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of those cables I need to set up. Alright, let's go ahead and turn this off because what I want to do is any gases that we get out of the furnace, I want them to sit inside of this piping for a little while so that way the radiators can cool them down. Give them a little bit of time to cool them down to the point where they're not creating so much pressure inside of the tanks. So I think we're almost ready to go ahead and start filling up those tanks, but first I need to go ahead and do the electricity. So let's go ahead and get some cables. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Probably going to need like 1,000 of these, so give me a little bit of time to go ahead and make these cables and we'll get everything connected. Alright, with the gas mixer, I think we have everything we need for right now. Alright, so the first thing I need to do is here pretty soon we're going to have to filter out the gases so we can start filling up those tanks. So what we're going to have to do is first we'll go with the volatile and we just put it inside the filtration system. The next one is going to be O2. I didn't have any room in my inventory, so I just put them down right here. Hopefully I didn't lose any. I don't think they rolled away. Alright, so this one is going to be O2. And we're doing 2 filtrations, 2 filters, because they'll last a little bit longer. Alright, the next one will be nitrogen. And these you make inside of the pipe bender. I think they just took iron. Alright, the next one after nitrogen is going to be CO2. Turn that on. Then the last one is going to be our useless gases, the gases we're not using, so that way we can get them out of the system. So that's nitrous oxide and then pollutant. And hopefully that should work. Alright, now what we need to do is go ahead and turn on the pump. And we should be ready. Everything should be connected. Now all we have to do is put all that shit, all the ice, into the crusher. So we'll start with the volatile, which should give us power low, which should give us the volatiles. There it is. So the reason I'm putting a pump here is because if I don't have a pump pulling the gases out of the pipe for the cooling, they'll just sit there. So when I actually bring gases out of the furnace, what I'll do is I'll turn this off, let the gases sit inside with the radiators for a little bit, and when I'm sure they're cool enough, I'll just go ahead and turn it on. Alright, so that was the volatile. Let's just make sure that's all it gave us. Volatile. And yep, that's all it gave us. Oxide is a little bit different. Not only will it give us oxygen, but it will also give us nitrogen. So, oxide. And I'm not sure if it gives us anything else. We'll have to check. So, that is oxide. So, volatile is still going up because there's still gases inside of the pipe. Oxygen is now going up. Cool. And nitrogen is going up. But there is a better ice for getting nitrogen than with oxide. And that is with water ice. So we'll put those in, and that will give us even more nitrogen than the oxide will. Like I said though, that's water ice. It's also going to build the pressure up on this container, the storage. And with the amount of nitrogen we're going to need here pretty soon, at some point I'm going to have to empty that thing out, unfortunately. But that's okay. Alright, now that we got nitrogen, we got volatile, we got oxygen, we can go ahead and start working on the gas or the fuel for the furnace, which we're going to connect up there. So what I need to do is I need to go ahead and bring the volatile pipes up and the oxygen. This is going to take me a little while. So let me go ahead and get this done. Alright, so I have to stop right here. Since we don't have the mixer set up yet, I don't want to get too many gases in the wrong pipe. So we're going to go ahead and set up the mixer first. So that way we can connect everything. Now we're going to have piping which will go all the way across to the oxygen. So what I need to do is I need to build, I think I'll put the mixer here. Let's actually do it like this. So that way we can get it going the right way. Alright, there we go. I'll build it right there. So the fuel is going to come out. So what this has, a mixer has two inputs. It has input 1, which you can see right there, and an input 2. So what we're going to do is we're going to do input 1 is the volatile. Input 2, which will go right there, will be the oxygen. But first, we need to come to this valve and we need to set that up. So the ratio for fuel, let's go to F1 and we'll try to find a fuel canister, which will tell us the ratio. So fuel, there we go. Alright, so go to this canister right here and it gives us the ratio right there. So this mixture has to be 66% volatile, 34% oxygen. So input 1 has to be 60, oh no, too much. 66, so hold down C so we can get the 6. There it is. Alright, now what we need to do is go ahead and connect that up. Now that that mixer is set up, we won't have any issues with the wrong gases going in the wrong spot. So input 1, then the oxygen is input 2. Which it looks like I will have enough. There we go. Just like that. Alright, then we can go ahead and connect this one up to the furnace. Now at some point I do have to extend this pipe out, but for right now it should be good. One thing you also have to know is the mixer seems to act like a pump as well. So if you leave it on too long, the pressure inside of the pipe will get too high and the pipe will explode. So only leave it on until you're sure you have enough fuel for the furnace, which we should be almost ready to do. But there's a few things that we have to do real quick first. What did I do with my consoles? What I want to do is I want a quick reference. Oh no, that's only one. I had a stat. Oh, it's on me. Okay. I want a quick reference of the temperature and pressure and the ingots that are inside of the furnace. The way we do that is actually I need a welder. And where did I put my steel sheets? I need support for the console, so I need to close off this guy. And I can open it back up later if I need to. Alright, so we're going to take the consoles, and what I want to do, cable won't fit there. We're going to build 3 of them. And you, and you. All right, so two of them, what I want is I want the pressure and the temperature inside of the furnace. So what we're going to use are these right here, gas display chips. And those are going to go on the two ends. Now, at some point, once I do make the ingots, I want a quick reference that will tell me the ingots are inside there. So what I want is a hash display, which will give me the inventory inside of the furnace. Now what I need is glass, and then close off those consoles. And I need to hook those up to power. So what I'll do, looks like that would be the best option. Go ahead and bring my cables from the pump for the water. Bring it up towards the ceiling. Bring it back around. No, up there. And then I need 3 for these. Now, one thing you gotta know is if you tried to pass a, let me go like this, cable through a pipe, you won't be able to, but as long as it's going cross-section like this, it will actually go. Which is why I had to bring these cables out, because the pipe was in the way. Yeah, this is what my cabling looks like right now. It's not too bad. It will be all covered up at some point. So let's go ahead and finish getting this connected. There we go. Does that have... No, I need to connect it over here. So let's bring you down here. There we go. Now they got power. The next thing I'm going to need is I need the disc to get those set up. There it is. Alright, so this console is going to be... We got to change it to temperature and look for advanced furnace. There we go. Now for the hash display, advanced furnace, that will just tell us when there's ingots inside of the furnace. And this one's going to be pressure, advanced furnace. There we go. Let's put this back before we lose it. Alright, now the fun part. Oh shit, I still need to connect that up. I forgot to connect up the mixer. So let me... Oh, no, come here. Get our cable. And I think I'll just come across this way. Okay, connect. There it is. And there we go. So right now, since that thing does act like a pump, it's actually pushing gases, the fuel, into that pipe right there, if we have the right mixture. Also, before you connect it up and you start feeding the furnace with fuel, make sure these valves are all the way down to 0. Because if not, you're going to get too much pressure inside the furnace and it's going to blow. Alright, but I think we are good. Let's check out the volatiles. And the volatile is almost empty. Oxygen's getting there as well, so I need to go get some more, but we should have enough gas that we could go ahead and set this up. Let me do this. There is a way of telling. Where's the atmospheric analyzer? There it is. We'll put it inside of the PDA. Grab our PDA. So this pipe right here, you can't see it too well. That is H2. This pipe right here is O2. And this one right here is 66% H2, and I can't really see it, 34% O2, which is the fuel we need for the furnace. So it looks like we're working all right. All right, so to get the advanced furnace running, what we need to do is we need to go ahead and fill it up with gases. Two things we need to pay attention to. This valve right here at the bottom is the input. This is going to put fuel inside of the furnace. That's the activation button. We also need to watch the pressure. If we put too much fuel in, the damn thing will explode. So what I think I'll do is I'll wait till the needle's about right there, and that's when I'll shut it off. So then we'll go ahead and go to the bottom one, which is the input. We'll go 10 liters, so that way it goes really, really slow. as slow as we can make it. I think right there should be enough. Ooh, stop. All right, that pressure right there is just the fuel. Turn it on. Back the fuck up. And there we go. We now have ourselves a working furnace. But let's say I want to get the gases outside of the furnace. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and turn off the pump. We'll just make sure this goes slowly, because if you put too much pressure and too much heat into the pipes, they will blow. So I'm just going to do 10 liters. Let the pressure go down to about right here. And as you can see, the radiators are trying to dissipate that heat. So I think that should be good enough. So what we'll do is give it a little bit of time to cool down. Let's see. Oh, they're already cool. Oh no, that's the world. That's not the pipe. I'm looking for the pipe. There it is. So the temperature is going down pretty fast, but we just need to give it the time so that it can go down. And there we go. We're at 64 degrees Celsius. Question is, what are we at over here? 44 degrees Celsius. So it doesn't take too long. Just leave it for like 5 minutes, and that should cool it down enough that we can go ahead, turn on that pipe or that pump and let the gases out. But next thing I want to do is I want to figure out, there shouldn't be any real gases in there. All right, so we're going to get H2 because there was some H2 in there. Also, the H2 and O2 will combine to add heat to make water. So we will get a little bit of water as well. But right now we have H2, O2, pollutant, and CO2 inside of that pipe from the furnace. Those are what you'll get every time the furnace runs. Turn that on. And now we should be getting some CO2. Yeah, there we go. And then the gases we don't want are being ejected from this passive vent. Are we good? I think we're good. Let's turn this off. So yeah, I just have to allow enough fuel into the system, and then I can turn that one off. But now, that should be enough time to empty out that pipe. Nope, it still has 30 some odd kilopascals. Well, that takes a while. But that should keep us pretty safe to the point where we're not getting enough heat through this piping that anything will explode. And then also the pressure inside of our storage, so that way they don't expand too much and they don't explode as well. But it looks like everything's working. So yeah, here pretty soon we need to go ahead and actually, there is one that I can make right now. I think it was called Invar, which I'm going to need for the solar panel basic, the heavy one. It requires Invar. So we just put in resources here. And as you can see, it's showing iron ingot because that's all it's milling right now. And then it's going to do the nickel. And we don't have the right heat. Let me see. We probably don't have the right pressure, actually. So I think it was Invar. If I can spell it correctly. Nope, there it is. Iron and nickel, there we go. So the temperature, go up this way. The temperature for the advanced furnace shows up in Celsius, so we can't do KK anymore, or Kelvin. We have to do Celsius. So I need 926 to 1226 Celsius. So yeah, we're a little too hot. And then the pressure, pressure. 18 megapascals to 20. So we're good on the pressure, we're just a little too hot. So what I need to do is I need to go collect some ice real quick. I'll just collect a little bit, and then we'll bring down the temperature. Alright, so the sun is up. I melted a little bit, but we should be good enough to test this out. All right, so the temperature was too high. How much too high? I need to bring it down to 1,226. I might not have enough ice for this. Let's try that. And not quite. All right, let's try a little bit more. Oh, 1,226. The pressure went up. So what we got to do is we got to relieve the pressure just a little bit. Shit. What was it? All right. So the temperature needs to be down 926 to... Nope, we're still a little too hot. The pressure is good. Pressure is good. We're just too hot. So let's put in a little bit more ice. And there we go. We got our Invar. It shows up right on that console. And then we just eject it out here. So there it is. Alright, so we have our system set up. Now that we got that furnace going, we can go ahead and get rid of these two furnaces. And as you can see, the heat and the pressure don't go down very fast now that they're insulated inside of the iron frame. But I think we're ready. I could go ahead and close off this entire thing. Yeah, I think so. And then also the water should... Oh shit, the water's getting kind of full. I probably need to dump that. But yeah, now that we got the advanced furnace running, I can go ahead and start making some of the stuff that we are going to need. Some of the alloys. So let me see if I can find... What we're looking for is the solar panel heavy. Now, the solar panel heavy you can only make in the level 2 electronics printer, so you do need the mod for it. We're going to need astraloy. Oh fuck, what the fuck is astraloy? Alright, so if we go F1, go astraloy. Oh, this one's going to be fun. Alright, so it says that it needs steel, so what I think I need to do is I actually need to make the steel before... make the steel, pull it out, and then put it back in. So it doesn't take a lot of resources. It just takes... We'll take 1 stack of copper, 1 stack of cobalt, and 2 stacks of steel. Right? So I haven't made that steel yet, so that should be fine. So all I need is some more copper and some more cobalt. And then this right here is for stellite, so we could also make that. But yeah, we'll have to talk about all that in next episode. We'll go ahead and also get the solar panels set up. We're going to need a lot of that astraloy, or however you pronounce it, because yeah, we got a lot of solar panels that we got to build. But yeah, we'll work on that next episode. Until then, make sure to like and subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.
We try to find our ways in life to give our hearts a solar peace of mind. But you just wanna